Star Wars books. What are some essential Star Wars books? If you're an OT Star Wars fan, let's find out. Welcome back to the Junk Room, everybody. It's me, the Junkman, coming back at you with another video. We're going to look at books related to Star Wars that I like, that I think any big Star Wars fan, toy or non-toy fan, should have in their collection. These aren't EU books, these ain't story books. If you want story stuff, get the original Marvel Star Wars run from 77 to 85. That's the best Star Wars EU. I don't care what they say. Yeah, there's some good stuff in the other EU, and that was great till Lucas killed it. But this is more like collector's books and stuff about Star Wars. It's stuff that I use a lot for these videos. A lot of times you guys say, how do you know that? How do you come up with that? Well, internet's a big part of it, but also these books are also. So I don't really have them in any kind of order. So let's start with this is more of a newer book, Star Wars. I did a whole review on this, and if you check that video out, there's a link on how you can get it. This is Star Wars 1978 to 1985, the good years. The good years are right here. And color photos, if I can do this, color photos. That's the early bird edition right there, early bird set. So, oh, they look kind of nasty, at least upside down. You got all the card back design, shows you the back of the cards and everything. Beautiful. Look at this. Look at this. I mean, if you're a vintage Star Wars collector, just admire, just want to look back and say, oh, I had the Death Star as a kid. This is a great book to have. And it's a good book. It's not, I got some of these books, you open them too much, pages start falling out. But this is a really good book. Shows you how they came in the boxes and everything. This is a real, if I need to see a reference or something, this book is one I can get to because it's real easy. It's small. I've got another book that I really like, but it's really big. This one's a really good size where you can really kind of dig through. It even shows all the copyright dates and the variations, variation of card backs and everything. This is, again, a really great book. And the U.S. printing is just now up. I did the video, and I think we talked about it cost a lot to get it shipped to the U.S., but now they're doing printing in the U.S., so I'll try to link at the end of this video that one or how you can get it. So check this out. It's really good. Trust me, it is. If you're a collector or just admire the old line, you would want that one. Here's one I use a lot too for kind of the older and 90s stuff. It's a little older book, but Stephen J. Sansweet wrote it, so you know it's good. But here it is. It's called Star Wars: The Action Figure Archives. Now, this is one that if I open it too much, it starts falling apart. That's what I don't like about it, so I try not to look at it too much. But you can see it's got a lot of the 90s stuff in here. It's got Shadows of the Empire. It's got the Melloway Spider Droid that I did a video on. And then down there it's got the Ewoks. But they got on, let's see, a lot of 90s stuff. That's why I like this one. A lot of nice, easy to find vintage stuff. It's not as easy to find stuff from the 90s. There's Dengar from the 90s. Remember Dengar right there? There's a lot of good stuff in this book. Oh, what is this? I'm almost scared to look at it. Huh. It's my son did this drawing. He goes, Skeletor and He-Man fighting. I need to get that framed right there. But there's a lot of good stuff in here. Oh, an autographed picture of Natalie Portman. I was wondering where that was. Okay. But as you can see, it's got the vintage. Let me see if I can get. It's got the vintage collection stuff in there also. And again, it's kind of. It's got play. This one's kind of hard to hold and flip through and show you, but it's got really good pictures in it also. So some of these books, like you maybe just need one book on it. These are some options for you to get right there. Let me put my autograph bag in here. Here's one that's a magazine. This one is. You can find it pretty cheap on eBay. Starlog. Anybody grew up in the 80s loved Starlog. It was our science fiction news back then. Starlog. It was great. And this is the 10th anniversary of Star Wars. And man, this got so much information in it. It even has where you can order a poster of Spaceballs. Remember that? But it's falling apart. I've looked at this thing so much. Believe me, it's got all these little facts about Star Wars. The OT. No prequels, no sequels, nothing. This is back in the good old days with a hint of what the prequels might be about. It's got a whole write-up there about. Here's what I like right here. This article right here. The Star Wars. It goes all into detail about the first script, the Star Killer. Look at that. And Darth Vader, what he was going to be like. A lot of this stuff you probably know now, but back then, and when this came out in 87, it blew your mind. But there's a lot of good stuff in here. And it says it also has about Predator, Superman 4, and James Bond 007 right there. So some good stuff there. Another collector book. I talked about this one just the other day. This is a more earlier one, and this isn't just toys. This is merchandise. Star Wars. It's like everything from like 77 all the way up to probably about the early 90s. Let's see if it's got a year in this thing here. 94. So almost everything they made. Look at, I mean, again, it's really not the best book to show, guys. I should have set up another camera so I could show, but look, it's black and white. There are some color photos in here. See right here in the center, there are some color photos, but most of it's black and white. It's a price guide, but the price guide is really kind of useless, but just to see, I mean, they've got all, this is the video I did of 10 things that you, or what was it, 20 things or something that you never seen before Star Wars. Look at that, Dixie cups, and this is where I just flummed through this and found a bunch of stuff that I was like, oh, I forgot about that. Look at those watches. So it's a really good book to have. I think it says it's $29, but I think you can find it pretty good. That's a good one to get too if you want more than just action figure related stuff. I wish somebody would do a good book about maybe some of the more obscure toys besides just the action figures. And if you're really into Kenner Star Wars, this is a must book also. Look at this. Also by Sansweet, Steven Sansweet. You see his name a lot in these books here. But this is really the history. This is called From Concept to Screen to Collectible. It goes all over the history of Kenner, getting the license deal, the whole story of Kenner, making the toys, getting them out into the market. So it's really good. They got these little facts blobs in here too. I like to do that. Done some videos and just based on those. Gotta say, it's not really much pictures. I mean, they got pictures in here and everything, but it's the first time I saw a picture, I think, ever of a final kick Jawa. There's blue snaggle too, so it goes through the history of Kenner into the marketing, not just the toys. I mean, you get stuff like that, the gold Vader carrying case and 3PO cereal right there, and the micro collection. This is really good, really good. If you don't know the name Loomis, you will have to read in this book. Now here's one that's going to be a little hard to show you. Oh, it's dusty. It's dusty. Star Wars Vault. This book. Get this book. Let me pull this out again. Steven Sansweet. Let me see if I can pull this out here. This book is chopped full of goodness. Let me move the mic. Sorry about that. Hopefully you can still hear me. But I tell you what I'm going to do. I'm going to take some videos with my phone real quick. Okay, hopefully you guys can still hear me, because this book is really just like the history of Star Wars. Look at this. And it comes with all this. It's reprint stuff, but it's like the press kit for Star Wars. Look at those pictures right there. Look at that. Hopefully this camera's, you can see that. Some of the early stuff. Look, it's got these little things you pull out right here. Look, this is the invitation to the premiere Star Wars right there. So that's kind of neat. It's got all these little gimmicks and stuff. Hopefully I can put that back in there. Well, okay, sorry about that. Got Mad Magazine. You got another little pull out here about focused, a little newsletter. Got a little pull out. That's the fun box, like the menu box, like the Happy Meal toy I talked about the other day. So you got one right there. You got the shoes. Shows you all these little ads and everything. I love the little. See, it's got another little pull out thing. Here's look, it's just some drawings and stuff of like you would have had back then in Star Wars. Look at this. The animated, how they get the tauntaun the wall, some of the little cute little things like that. So you kind of, you know, look at this. Here's a fan club letter. I'm probably not doing it justice, but there are some Revenge of the Jedi stickers. Look at that. Oh yeah. See, it's just got a lot of little stuff you can pull out. Look at that. The droids cartoons. But I'm flipping through here really. But man, if you want the history of the old school Star Wars, this is a way to go, man. This is the book to go. It will keep you entertained. It will keep you entertained. This is a really good one. Came out for the 30th anniversary of Star Wars. I don't know what they're going for now. Put this back in. I need to dust this. It is one that kind of, if you open it too much, it starts, you know, pages start getting loose. I don't like books like that. That is dusty. I hadn't looked at that one in a while. Here's another one I use a lot for the channel. Well, I haven't used it lately for the channel, but I've used it for the channel. This is Star Wars Year by Year. Now I got lucky. This thing cost a lot when it came out, but luckily I found it used and it wasn't that bad. In fact, I think someone sent me this one, but it's just Star Wars Year by Year. Let's look through here. A visual guide. Let's see. It just shows you. Let's see here. Look at that original concept art. But Yeah, like here. 79. It shows you each month in 79 something that happened Star Wars related. So it goes all the way through. So sometimes I'm like, huh, when did that happen? Well, there's something I can talk about. There's, you know, oh, let's see here. If I can turn July 19. Oh, there's August. August. Lucas was on Discover magazine. So sometimes it really helps me with the information here. Star Tour stuff right there. Star Tour stuff. Some posters, and we get into the dark times, the 90s, the return of Star Wars. Look at that. It goes all the way through, man. It goes all the way up past the prequel era. Let's see how far it goes up. Look at all these helmets. Look at all these Darth Vader helmets. Whoa. Now, what was this? Is this a love letter? I almost hate to open this stuff. Sorry about that. I don't want to read that one. Put that one. That was a little private letter right there. So there we go. Put that right there. That's a good one to have. And one more. I talked about this in a video not too long ago. I just got it. This is like one. Sorry about that. This is one of the amazing books I've ever seen when it comes to Star Wars. Look how big this book is. Oh, I can't hardly even pick it up. It's so heavy. And look at this. Again, I'm gonna have to use the phone for this, I think. Okay, guys, look at this. Look at this. Woo! Look how big it is. Detailed. You don't. Oh, it's so huge. I guess this is what they call a coffee table book. I wish somebody would make a coffee table book about coffee tables. That would be awesome. But look, it shows every card design. Look at this. Look at that. Man, look at all those Obi-Wans. Every card back variation. This thing is huge. Now, I'm not going to say it's, you know, it's not cheap, but it's worth the money. Trust me. Especially if you're in the, look at all the variations, everything you need to know. I mean, they go through this thing. Look, even the 3-packs. But in the baggies, the Falcon. Look, it even's got the Wish Book ads. I don't know if you can see the Wish Book stuff. See the catalogs. It's got the catalog information here. Oh, this is just amazing. Look at this. It's got all the little catalogs and how they were shipped from the catalog companies. It's got all the coins. Look at that, all the coins. Look at that. Beautiful, beautiful, beautiful. I mean, hopefully you can pick it up on the camera. Look at that. I had that. Oh, I had to sell it when I needed some money, but get over it. Got the 12 inch. I know I'm going kind of fast. I've done a whole video on this book too, but this book is really, really good. Now, see, I done started messing around. I can't get the cover back on good. I don't want to mess it up. Okay. Whew, that book is heavy, man. That book, you could exercise with that book right there. But there's some books right there. Some books I think you should get or look if you're really into Star Wars. Not just Star Wars toys, the history of Star Wars toys, or just, you know, Star Wars back in the good old days. I call it back when it was you just think about Star Wars and you just brighten your day up. Now sometimes you think about Star Wars, at least the latest Star Wars, and it kind of makes you sad or kind of makes you like, oh, it could have been so much better. But anyway, I'm not going to rag on that. Let me know you have any of these books, or maybe you got some you can recommend. Put in the comment section below. I think that's it, guys. Thank you for watching. Thumbs up, like my content, subscribe to the channel. We'll talk again.
Hey, Junkman channel popping though.
Thank you, sir, for that unsolicited testimony.